Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be finishing up our garden cleanup. There's a lot to do since the end of my garden season. It's a pretty short season. It usually goes from about maybe mid-April till the mid-August. I don't go through August and September. It's just too hot at this point. A lot of my plants are overgrown and have died. So anyway, I'm going to be taking out weeds. I'm going to be taking out different plants that are, ready for the compost. And I thought you might enjoy joining me. Well, I'll be honest with you. Cleaning up the garden is always the hardest part for me. So these first two beds that I'm working on are really the only two beds that I use for my winter garden. I usually plant spinach and lettuce and kale and things like that that I can eat throughout the winter here. We have kind of a mild climate in Southern California, in the winter anyway. In the summer, it's always really hot. But anyway, I'm just getting in here and taking out some of the weeds, some of the older plants. And now this is just my first run through with the garden. I am just taking out the large weeds, the large plants, and then what I do is I go back after the whole garden's completely done, and then I start prepping my beds for the winter. So that's exactly what I'm doing to these two beds. And here's a picture of the work as soon as I have finished it. So these are a couple of the little beds that I was working on, and they're looking really a lot better. So I got quite a bit done yesterday. I worked in the garden till about 9 o'clock in the morning. It got really hot fast. So at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna give this another shot. I need to clean up all of this and put it in the trash cans. I did get some of those tomatoes that had died out of there. I'm gonna work on as much as I can, and I'll show you what I have just as soon as I'm finished. So my bell peppers are still producing, so I just don't feel comfortable pulling them out at this point. I don't know if you can see those. So I'm gonna leave the bell peppers. I got basically the tomatoes out of these two beds and the dahlias. These tomato plants I got out yesterday. This one I still have some basil growing and some garlic and rhubarb, so I'm gonna leave that. And I've also got a tomato plant here. It's just a little cherry tomato, but I noticed there's a lot of cherry tomatoes on it, and I don't think they've been getting enough sun because of some of the other things I've had planted. So all the cucumbers are out. I found a couple of rogue strawberry plants, which I was really happy to see because I'm going to transplant those into my strawberry patch. So I'm going to leave those for now. I'm going to wait till tonight to transplant them. This is the main bed that I have left. It was pretty much just flowers and squash. And this bed of tomatoes is also done. I'm tired. I did pull up some more onions, so I'm gonna take those up to the table to dry. I was able to find a couple cactus dahlias blooming. I don't have many left. I mean, like 3 out of that whole garden, but I'm gonna enjoy them. Hello, are you singing to me? Oh, hello. You're saying something, but I don't know what. I am so tired. Maybe that's what keeps me young. I don't know. I don't know a lot of 65-year-old women that, well, I'm almost 65, a couple months, that go out and do all this hard labor. I'm just pooped from the summer. Anyway, I'm gonna try try to cool down for a few minutes, and you see how red my face is. Oh my gosh. But my trash cans are full for the week. I can't pull anything else. So I think I'm gonna leave this at a part 1. Maybe next weekend I can do a part 2 and finish up the cleanup. And I'll show you how I prep my garden for the winter and get it ready to rest throughout the winter. So have a good afternoon. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring the bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.